Hey everybody, how are you doing this fine Sunday evening? I am Peter Brown. Thanks so much for joining us here on Futbol Miami TV on FMTV Weekly Sunday night. We do it here every Sunday night. And I usually don't do this by myself. Most often I do it with everybody's favorite uncle. And today is no different. Let's welcome in our buddy, our friend, our pal, Uncle Ed. Hey Ed.
How's it going, guys? MLS is back.
Yes.
Inter Miami's back. Exciting. Finally, I think we get to talk about real games, about hopefully some victories, but
not yet.
Start off that
not yet.
Yeah.
No victories yet, but it was a lot of fun, and yeah, we could talk about real games. And tonight we got a lot to talk about because it's the first game. I want to talk about. Give you everybody a rundown of where my mind is at. I want to talk a little bit about the pub crawl. Little bit, not a lot, a little bit. Give my thoughts. I did go. And so for people like One World, One Goal, and she asked last week if we are too old to go to a pub crawl. I have an answer for that. So I want to talk just for a few minutes about the pub crawl. Then, of course, we could talk about the game. Spend most of our time maybe talking about that. But I also want to cover a couple of topics that it wasn't all perfect. It wasn't all, rah, 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 let's get into the stadium and have a great time. There were some disgruntled season ticket members, and I want to get into that a little bit. And so, and then anything you guys in the chat want to talk about as well, of course. Chat room is always open. We'll say hi to you guys in just a minute. And also, of course, we've got the voicemail, and we'll throw that voicemail number up in just a minute. So we got a lot to talk about. Plus, there is there's something that happened, some battle injury, I think, that happened.
Oh,
we do need to discuss, and we have visual proof of this thing. So we got a lot to talk about, guys.
There is, man. I think we can go for 2 hours on this one, but we'll try to keep it to 1 hour, guys.
Yeah, try to keep it up. I know some people want us to go 2 hours, but I think others of you, you got things to do. You got things to do, and so
get ready for work tomorrow and stuff.
Get ready for work. I think I need to go for a walk. I think I'm going to go for a walk after the show, Ed, and because I think I'm getting, I need to work some pounds off.
Gaining some weight, huh?
Maybe a little bit. That small shirt is fitting a little tight now. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Anyways, everybody, let's before we get too far, let's say a big thank you to our sponsor, and that's Caneswear. So everybody needs to shop at Caneswear. And the good thing that I'm hearing, a lot of people are coming up to me in the games. Well, it's only one game, but this several people came up to me in this game. Several people have chatted me here and there saying that they did go to Caneswear and they had a great experience and they got their discount. FMTV 10, use that on anything that is not on sale. You'll get a 10% discount. So, a lot of people watching this that or listening to this are going to Caneswear. So you should as well. Go to Davie. It's right off of University Drive, just south of 595. And if that's too far for you to go to caneswear.com. But this is a great thing for those of you that are in the South, like Ed. Ed, when you're driving up, you can where is it? You can, when you're driving up to Lockhart, you could somebody like that, somebody like yourself can stop at Caneswear on the way. Just if you schedule like a little bit extra time, that's what you guys should do. So
get there early, buy yourself a jersey, and head to the game.
And they should have the new pink jerseys in very, very soon. I think and this week there was a little bit of a delay thanks to Adidas, unfortunately. So they should be coming in very, very soon. And but they do have those pink shirts, and blue, I think there's pink ones and there's white ones. It says big Adidas here, and then it's got an Inter Miami circle, and they got those. So go to Caneswear. Mention us.
Get them, guys. Go get them. Yeah, everything we've got on is Caneswear.
Yeah,
we got them at Caneswear.
Yeah. All right, let's say hi to a few people in the chat. Oh, and hang on. Before we do that, just a reminder, this week is just like last week. We're going to pick a winner in the chat for a $20 gift card to Caneswear. Saying that, the way this works is you need to reach out to us on social media, like DM us at Futbol Miami TV on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, somewhere. And that way we can get your information. We can get it to you. Troy, you won last week. We haven't heard from you. So reach out to us so you can get your gift card. But we're going to give out another one today to one of these people that you're going to mention here just now.
Well, Peter, you know what? I just refreshed, and some people, kind of dropped off of my my chat for some reason. The first people that got on. So if I miss a couple of people, just interrupt me and and put them in there.
All right.
The first person I see is One World, One Goal.
Yes.
I don't know if you see the same.
I do.
All right. Well, all right. And she's talking about Noah Allen. We're going to get to that.
Yes.
Our good friend up north, Eric Thomas. What's up, Eric? You're one of your favorites, Esteban Dido.
All right. Here every week, here to give us a hard time.
Oh, yeah. Especially you. Carter is also with us. There's Carter. We got Jose Velasquez. All right. Miami Mac.
All right. Miami Mac. Are you a Mac user?
Yeah.
Do you use a Mac?
I guess probably like Peter Brown. Esteban Mejia. And we got Bruni 2589. He was out there in the stadium.
Yep, we got to say hi to Bruno.
Well, there's another Bruno Vieira.
Yes, there is. I thought for a second he changed his thumbnail, but no, different guy.
Well, there's Brunos everywhere. It's kind of funny. My dog's name is Bruno. Luis Rodriguez is with us as well. We got a lot of people. Carl Toppin. Yeah. Carl, how you doing, man? And all you guys that were mentioning, everybody that gets on there, you're all eligible to win that gift certificate. So just go in there, guys. Giovanni Rodriguez is also with us, and the guy that spreads all the law, Judge Dredd the Law.
Yeah, but real quick, Giovanni says, "Hello, everybody. Peter not showing up at the La Familia tailgate surprised me. Could have got a picture with Matuidi. I was there. He was there. I just showed up a little bit late, and there's a lot of people. So yeah, Judge Dredd. Yeah, I was there.
Judge Dredd. Yeah, Peter.
That's
Brown
where I was
there.
That's where I talked to Bruno. That's where I talked to Bruno.
Yeah, a few people.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. Where you are? Richard Greenberg. Talk about up north. He's way up north.
Yep, Toronto.
Richard Greenberg, and I think that's it for now.
That's it for now. So anybody that's watching this, give us a chat. And here we go.
Guyver's there.
Guyver just jumped in. Yep, you gotta throw your name into the chat to be in the running for the gift.
Say
card.
Hello, guys, and you'll be eligible to win. Andres Bolivar just showed up too.
All right, I don't see him
yet.
That. Yep.
No, he showed up.
Hasn't showed up in my there. No.
Well.
Yep. Here we go. There he is.
There he is. All right. And all right, Peter Brown.
All right. So Ed.
Excited that we got to hang out.
Look who's in the chat. My nephew from the other room.
Oh, look at that. Brendan Hess.
Brendan is in the chat as well. He is my nephew.
Good time at the game.
That I took to the game. It was his first real professional soccer game. He has a memory of me taking him to a Fort Lauderdale Striker game a long time ago. But this is a different level, right? I mean, a different kind of atmosphere, different kind of experience. At Drive Pink than it would have been at the old Lockhart. So also we got another one here that's popping in. Pablo Coppola.
From Arizona. Look at that.
Pablo, wow, nice. Nice from Arizona.
Yeah, we're getting people from everywhere.
Everywhere. Everybody likes the pink.
No, and your nephew was also saying that he plays the trumpet.
Yeah, and he was very quickly Southern Legion and was trying to recruit him to the La Familia band. So maybe that happens, maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, this kid is he was at least a music major in college and stuff like that. So he knows how to play.
Nice.
All right, everybody. Let's get to brass tacks and let's. So one of the things I like that they did this pub crawl, whether it's for everybody or not, well, we can find that out. But they had the pub crawl, and I love the fact that they did that. One of the things I like that say Orlando City does, and I thought we should do something similar. And a pub crawl is similar, but is Orlando City always kicks off the year with the 5K. So I like that idea. So you do a 5K, it promotes some sort of charity and all that kind of stuff, and it gets everybody excited and running through the city in pink. I'm sorry, in purple. See, pink. But so they didn't do a 5K, which I still think is a good idea. I don't care if Orlando's doing it; we rip it off. If it's good, it's good.
Right.
But
anything that we do is going to be better anyway.
Right. We'll do it bigger, better backdrop at least. But they did in downtown Fort Lauderdale. They did this pub crawl, hit 4 places. So Ed, I went and I took my brother. My brother's a retired Marine veteran and all that kind of stuff. He could drink, right? He knows how to drink. He's a professional here, and so we go there and they give you a lanyard, which is cool. And I don't have it; it's in my car still.
So you're feeling ready to drink.
You're feeling good. You're ready to go. Basically, as you're walking in, you're greeted with by Fernando Fiore, El Presidente.
Nice.
He's no longer part of the broadcast crew, but he's like brand ambassador, basically. Like, so, he's at these kind of events, being a people person. He's very happy. I asked, that was my main question. Are you happy with it? Right? And he's very happy. So.
Well, he's good at that. He's good at that.
Exactly.
But
so you get your stuff, and then you get one free drink at every one of the 4 bars. Very cool, very good. Here was my thing. So I was, like you said, we were talking before, and I was thinking about making a video of it. The video would have been really short, Ed. Things started at 7 p.m. Started at 7 p.m. Ed. What time do you think I got home? I mean, it's 4 bars, Ed. This thing doesn't end till midnight. What time do you think I got home from this pub crawl?
Knowing you, probably 9 p.m.
I made it to 9:30, Ed. I made it home to 9:30.
Ooh, wow. Hell of a drinker. And what happened? What did your brother say? He
was ready to go. He was ready to go. And it wasn't the matter of drinking. We can drink and all that kind of stuff and have fun. It wasn't what I expected, Ed. I expected there to be all the supporters clubs and in full regalia. And maybe there were some. I didn't see them. And I thought they'd bring in, and I know there was some. I saw some pictures of Southern Legion, but I didn't see them. And I thought they would bring in their drums, maybe even some flags, be noticed, right? And I thought we would take over the bars and it'd be fun. We'd be chanting and stuff like that, getting in the mood for the season. I thought this is going to be amazing. It didn't happen. All it was like super loud music. And that's when, there's a thing from like rock songs, and I think it was Motley Crue or Kiss or something that says basically if it's too loud, you're too old.
Right. You're too old.
I guess I'm too old, Ed, to answer One World's question. I guess I'm too old. It was too damn loud. I couldn't even have a conversation. I couldn't talk to anybody. And it was like so loud. So we got our beer and, we enjoyed it and stuff. And we got a burger. It was pretty good at this place, at Township. Then we hauled butt to the other location and we grabbed one beer, same thing, grabbed one beer and said, all right. I looked at my brother and I said, ready to go? He goes, yep.
So it was too loud. You couldn't even talk.
Here's what I thought. I thought not only would we take over the bars with the chants, I thought we would all go to the next bar together in unison, move to the next place in unison, taking over the streets of Fort Lauderdale, let it be heard, Inter Miami is here. No, it was pretty much here's your tickets, you're on your own. Everybody kind of did their own thing. And I don't know, I'm not complaining about Inter Miami or anything. I just not what I expected. So, but here's the thing. Here's the positive. So I'm negative. Here's the positive. People did stop us going, why is everybody wearing this lanyard? What is this thing? So it was good in that it gets the word out about Inter Miami. And so that was good. So anyways, I went a little longer than I thought, but basically, Ed, I am too old for a pub crawl.
Wow, Peter. I have to work. I would have loved to go. But yeah, I didn't get the chance. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah, I'd love to go check it out, and see how it's like. Maybe I'll go next year, and I'll try to. I'll be able to tell you. You know what, Peter, is probably not for me either.
You may gel better. You're more of a people person than I am. I'm a little more, recluse. I kind of stick to myself. Me and my brother, we got a table and but I walked around the place and I didn't really recognize a lot of people, which is, hey, that's actually a positive, right? If I saw the same 15, 20, 30 people every event, that's a problem, right? There's a lot of people I didn't recognize. That's different fans. They're not Southern Legion. They're not, Vice City people. So that's a good thing. And hey, Blaise Matuidi was there, although I didn't see him. Oh. Blaise Matuidi was there. He's now also a brand ambassador. So
right.
Bruno thinks this should be a monthly event. See, maybe this is built for someone like Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno's younger. He's out there to meet the ladies. But how's Bruno going to be able to talk with the music so loud? That's
you got to go outside or yell.
Make his moves.
Look, back in my day when I was hitting the clubs, it was no different. But you go to a club, it's going to be loud. You expect it to be loud. When you say pub, I expect some music, but it should be conversational. You can still talk. I mean, you may have to talk loud, but it shouldn't be like so blaring. It's like that you can't even have a conversation. That was my issue. It's like that was. Anyways, I think I'm too old, Ed. Let's move. Let's move on. Let's move on. Ed,
let's see if anybody left any comments about the. I guess not that many people hit the pub crawl. I expected more conversations about but they're already talking about the game.
Yeah, that's what everybody really wants to talk about. I just wanted to share that experience, especially if you didn't get to go. You got to experience, how I didn't really care for it. But
yeah, but before we go to the game, let's talk about the tailgate. We had a good tailgate. All the supporters groups were together. It was a lot of fun. Everybody started chanting. They had beer. They had pizza. All this stuff. It's funny because I was telling everybody, hey, go ahead, man. I brought beer. So go hit the bought a lot of Heinekens or little they're in ice already. Have some pizza. I brought some pizza too, and some people are like, really? Oh, I think they actually believe that I took all that stuff. So a couple people just started laughing, saying, yeah, sure.
So yeah, there for those that don't know that there was a tailgate for the La Familia over on the community field, which is the fake grass field next to the stadium. So that was. And I did show up. I showed up in the last 30, 40 minutes of it. And I mean, it was a busy day for me because, and this is another thing that was cool. Ed, this show might have to go a little bit long.
Yeah.
That day was a busy day for me. I mean, I did my normal yard work and all that kind of stuff. But in Coconut Creek, there was this thing called the Butterfly Festival. They do it every year because Coconut Creek is a butterfly capital of the world, they say. That's their slogan. So they do a festival where they got some rides, they got cotton candy, they got a band, they got stuff, right? And so went over there just to walk around it for like an hour just before I had to go to the game. And I saw several people there, Ed, wearing Inter Miami shirts.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah, it was pretty good. So up here in Coconut Creek, there was some Inter Miami love, and then of course I headed down to that tailgate. And when I got to the tailgate, Ed, I found you, and the first thing you did is you said, "Look at this."
Ouch.
You said, "Look at this." Now, Ed, you made a big deal about it. Now, when I look at this picture, I just look at a little scratch. But tell everybody what really happened here.
Why are we
looking at your foot? Why are we looking at your foot?
No, yeah, one of the guys with a smoke bomb. They usually come down low or whatever, and do the smoke bomb, and we're all jumping and yelling, chanting, and one of the guys came out behind me, and the thing exploded in his hand.
Yeah.
So I was just like, and it exploded on my leg. So
you got
that there.
You got burned.
I got burned. Girl next to me got burned too. Yeah. Oof. So, but it was somebody I hadn't seen before. So I don't know if he knew how to do it, or what. But yeah, I wasn't too happy. I looked for the guy, but he went running. I imagine he probably burned his hand or something.
Yeah. All right. Well, so we had an injury even before the game started, but you recovered. You're fine now.
I'm fine and dandy. I kept on going. Nothing happened.
No lawsuits against La Familia.
Oh no. It was still a good time. Just Hopefully they get somebody that knows what they're doing next time.
Yeah.
And
Talk about a good time, Ed. Let's get rid of your foot there. This is what it looked like at kickoff over in La Familia section. Now, this section did completely fill out. There's a little upper top left corner there that is empty. It did fill out by the game time. And if we have time, I do want to I do really want to talk about why maybe the stadium was not completely full by kickoff. But La Familia brought it there.
And that picture you took.
I took that picture. Yes.
Nice. Yeah, I remember when you took it too.
Yeah, that's from our seats in 115. So you see all of the they look like look very kind of like an Argentinian game, right? Like a Boca Juniors type of thing with all the streamers flying out and everything.
Yeah, and they were like very careful that the streamers would not fall on the goal or under where the goals were at, because that would have delayed the game. And they did wonderful, man. They didn't shoot it straight down, so it never reached it. Everything was right on time.
All right, Ed. I think everybody in the chat is basically tired of us yammering on and just want to talk about the game. So let's move on, and let's actually start this off by listening to a voicemail that maybe can get us on track and give some thoughts from the game. Oops, wrong one. I made a new transition and it's in the wrong. It's which one? It's this one.
It's time for your voicemail. Hello.
All right, Ed. So here we go.
This is Fresh Kid T from Miami Gables Creek, Florida, Broward County. So let me tell you about tonight's home opener, the opening game of the season. First half, team looked completely incompetent, maybe even worse than last year. Couldn't complete a pass, even some of the veterans. Second half, they looked way better. I mean, I think that's obvious, but they actually looked good. Let me tell you what I thought was some of the mistakes. I thought that Noah kid, the left back, he's going to be good. I know he played really well in the preseason. He should have been out of the game a lot earlier. I think he got in over his head a few times, especially while attacking in the second half. Breck Shea should have been in there. When they were getting close to scoring, should have put in some veterans like Breck Shea. DeAndre Edlin, I didn't think he was great in the first half. He was really good in the second half. Mata, his first couple of touches, I'm like, wow, this is the guy that we paid a lot of money for. But second half, he actually, even towards the end of the first half, that guy looks like he's going to be really good for us. Him and Gonzalo Higuain were our best passers, by far. And actually, Mata, I'm actually pretty excited for this guy. He looked way better than Pizarro did for us. So, we need a midfielder to set some things up. Ed Serrano, his family is from Ecuador, so is this kid Campana. And I gotta say, Ed, not good. Not good at all. In fact, he cost us the game. He had 2 or 3 really good chances to score, especially one where Gonzalo set him up right in front of the goal and he just kind of stumbled over his feet. By the way, I'm assuming Robbie Rogers is injured because it seems like he should have come on. It seems like he should have been playing instead, but I didn't read the injury report. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know why Campana was in there and Robbie Rogers wasn't. Am I saying Robbie Robinson? I can't even remember the kid's name. Second leading scorer last year. Anyway, so Ariel Lassiter was fine. He looks like he was good on tack. He played with some confidence. But he didn't score. Took some shots, didn't score. But I don't know. He wasn't as good as in good a position as some of the other players who missed. Taylor looks pretty good. Defense, they looked pretty shaky early on, but I thought they actually played with a lot of grit. I think that the 2 Argentine guys last year were probably better at.
All right, he got cut off, but man, Bruno coming in hard, saying, yes, we have a bunch of injuries, and Robbie is 4th string. He's not very good. What a horrible phone call. My God.
Oh, wow.
Man, Conan's coming in hard.
Not a fan of Ted.
Esteban says, when callers call in, do they know they are leaving a voicemail or are they having a mental conversation with Peter and Ed? And I guess it's another. Yes, they know they're leaving a voicemail, and sometimes they go long. I mean, we've got a few guys that like to go long, but hey, I appreciate it. And one world one goal is already calling her shot, saying her phone call is better. Wow. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. But Ed, before we go on, he talked about a lot of players. I thought let's maybe give our thoughts a little bit on some of the play. We called this episode that Noah is a badass because that's all I heard from Ed all game. All he kept saying is, "This kid Noah's a badass. This kid Noah's a badass."
And, he's a badass.
This kid's 17.
Ted doesn't think so, but
he just thought he was okay. Ted said he's okay.
Yeah,
he'll probably
Ted
be good.
doesn't know what he's talking about.
He should have been taken out earlier. Hey, no, but when he was taken out, it was right around the time that he kind of, if I remember correctly, made a mistake or something like that. And I called the same. I was like, maybe it's time to put in Shea. And literally 2 seconds later, they put in Shea. So the team was thinking along the same lines, but Ted just wanted it to happen a little sooner. But the kid's 17 years old, looks composed. He doesn't look out of place at all.
Not at all. At all. He was dominating. He put some good passes in there. He gave one to Higuain.
Yeah, exactly.
Couldn't get the shot out. I mean, he was all over the place. He recovered the ball a lot. He was fighting every single one, and that's one thing that I like about this team. The first half, we gave them the ball too much. I think we should have tried to hold on to the ball. We didn't. But I think the team is we've got these hungry young players who just want to make something happen. And unfortunately, I have to agree with Ted on Campana. It wasn't his game. He had a couple of shots. He had a header that hit the goal post. But yeah, there's something still missing. And then Lassiter came in the second half and looked better. I think if he would have had a little more time, perhaps he may have been able to score or something could have materialized, but he just looked he looked better, more composed. And I'm thinking maybe give Lassiter the start, Peter, over Campana.
So that's interesting because Lassiter, sometimes some players are like, on fire off the bench. So is his best position like super sub or do you pull Campana so soon, so quick? I mean, you give him one game and you're already pulling him. You want to destroy the kid's
confidence? No, I just think he needs a little shakeup, and I'm thinking the coach is probably going to start him next game as well.
I think you have to. If this is the kid that you think is the answer, right? So they brought him in. They think he's an answer, and I told you this. I always think he's older because he looks older, but he's like 21, 22, something like that. So, I think you have to start him the next game. So you don't lose his confidence. He did get into position. He was in the right places. He just couldn't finish. I mean, they didn't put a good enough header on it, or he flubbed something here and there. But he was in the right places. Now, of course, when Lassiter came in, that was a spark. The kid was on fire. He was dangerous. So yeah, I'd say the next home game is if Campana doesn't step up and actually score. Or put better shots on target at the very least, then maybe you sit him. That's my thought.
Well, I'm going to Austin, so he better shape up or ship
out.
You're
going to tell him something.
I'm going to tell him. As a matter of fact, I took a picture with him, but he kind of ignored me.
He
ignored Uncle Ed. Yeah. So I was just like, dude, I want to take a picture with my granddaughter, and he just like, didn't want to. Kept on moving. I was like,
didn't you say, dude, I'm Ecuadorian?
Yeah, I was talking to him like an Ecuadorian too. I did I said ñañito and stuff like that, but the guy ignored me, dude. So he went away. He walked away, kept going, and I was like, "Oh no, you didn't!" So I just grabbed the baby, I went around, and I took the darn tune picture. But I was kind of in a hurry, so I didn't like the picture.
What do you think of what Bruno
take another one.
Bruno is saying here? I'm not a fan of the 5-3-2. I prefer a 5-2-3 with 2 wingers and Gonzalo dropping back as a false 9/10 to send through balls like we saw in the preseason. What do you think of that, Ed?
Yeah, dude. I think we played too defensive the first half. We were playing at home. I think he respected Dallas a little bit too much. Chicago a little bit too much, and and I think we should have just gone, a little more offensive. But this is probably how Neville wants to play. It's probably this is his strategy. It kind of worked towards the end of last season, so that's what he wants to do.
Well, I mean, look, I think I watched all the preseason games, and it doesn't surprise me the way we played in this game. I'm not upset. I think overall it's an improvement over last year. Did they start slow? Sure. But I think it's an improvement overall. There's a lot more speed. But watching the preseason, they absorbed a lot of pressure a lot of the time. So, some people I saw complaining they played too defensive or something like that. And I expect that, I think. We're not the team we want to be. Not yet. Talking to sharp-dressed man, Mr. Franco Panizzo, at the tailgate, and
he was sharp, yeah,
looking sharp there. And now I guess it's now a tradition, Ed, because he's now asked us twice. Last year was on camera. This time it wasn't on camera, but he asked you and I both thoughts on where we're gonna land this season. Now we weren't together when we had this conversation. He told me what you said. So he asked you, will we make the playoffs? You said yes. Big shocker there. Ed is always kind of rose-colored glasses.
Positive.
Very positive. I like to think of myself as a very positive person as well, but my glasses are not tinted quite as much as yours, right? So I
did tell him we were going to squeeze through.
Okay. I said we are not going to make the playoffs because with as many changes as we made, I think it's really, really difficult. Is it impossible? No. I hope I'm wrong, but so my point of bringing that story up is that
Franco agreed with you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean,
I figured. Debbie Downers, you guys.
It's just that it's going to take a little while for this team to gel. So this being a first game of the season, I think they looked really, really good considering all things. Now, if they made the right choices with these players and you give them a couple of months of regular season play games, we could see something by after the first third of the season. Maybe we see something, but right now I think it's positive with what we saw. What you see with Noah Allen. I mean, look, I was upset when they first signed him to. They announced that he was signed to Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami 2. Because
that's another thing we got.
R.I.P. Fort Lauderdale CF. I hate the twos. I hate the twos.
Yeah,
anyways.
I don't know why they had to do that, but whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, when they announced that he had signed with them, I was a little, man, this kid deserved a shot at the first team. Luckily, with MLS Next Pro, they can call players up easily enough, and so they gave him a short-term deal. So obviously, because players like Robbie Robinson are hurt and things like that, so we've got several injuries. So he's coming up, and I think he's making a case for himself to get the whole season.
He's making a case for himself to be putting that picture behind you, Peter Brown.
Oh, this one?
Breck Shea, yeah.
You think Breck Shea needs to be retired for Mr. Young Noah Allen?
For Mr. Noah Allen, I think you should put his picture up there next time.
All right. Well, this is the guy that did replace him and looked pretty good when he came in. And he looked good when he came in.
He did.
And so I'd say, Ed, that I hear you. I can respect your request, but he needs to prove something a little bit more. So let's see how he does in Austin. If he lights it up in Austin and is just plays the same as he did, consistent, maybe he earns a spot there on the wall. But as of right now, he's still earning. He still hasn't earned it yet. Ed, but
I think you could do is you put Noah in that picture, and you could put the bobblehead could be Breck Shea. How's that?
I don't have a Breccia bobblehead. I'd have to
You can make one.
I'd have to digitally make one, which I can. Esteban Dido says, Peter, Ed is not positive minded. He just wears beer goggles. That's all.
Well, that could be the case. I do wear beer goggles.
Here's a
sometimes.
name I haven't seen before, but I like this name. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs says DeAndre Yedlin was a beast. DeAndre Yedlin was a beast in the second half. I didn't, and a lot of what Ed said, a lot of the Mata I thought looked great, but in the first half I couldn't really find him on the field all that much. For one, he's short,
right.
But two, he didn't really stand out, is what I meant. It's like he didn't stand out to me. Second half was a completely different story. Stood out quite a bit.
He was on fire. Plus, he was on the side that we were at. He was closer to us, so that worked
helped
out as well. My daughter actually took a picture with DeAndre Yedlin, and he was actually really nice, opposed to how Campana was.
All right, Ed. Let's get to another voicemail before you go off on Campana too much.
It's time for your voicemail.
Hello.
Woohoo! This is Italian of the Aficionados on Roll One Goal. Well, we tied much better than we did last year, right? And we looked so good in those pink uniforms. We are definitely the best dressed in the league. It looks good that they're all one color all the way down because it makes everybody look taller. Not that we're so short, but some people are. And, oh my gosh, Higuain is a very good number 10. And Noah Allen, is that kid a baller or what? We're so proud of him. Terry Allen is one of our listeners often on the show. And, this is a Pembroke Pines local kid made good. We all were talking him up big on social media, and the team listens because when you see this kid play, that's a Miami-style kid. That's the heart, the energy, a South Florida kid. And, that is instinctive. You cannot be taught that. Yes, you can be coached a little, ins and outs of the game, but that's just instinctive. I mean, you're just born with that talent. So very excited to see what the team does this year. Okay, love you guys. Love the show. Oh, by the way, I always have one more thing. I'm getting to be like Uncle Ned now. They did take 17 shots on goal. They only had 5 the first half. I'm like, this is ridiculous. But they picked it up and had 12 the second half. And you need 17 shots to score, 17, 18 shots. You're going to score 2-3 goals. Of course, we need a little bit better. We never replaced our Diego Serna number 17. Of course, he's irreplaceable.
I knew that was coming.
But we need that caliber guy up top that can just pop those goals in. So let's hope they gel, and we'll see what other pieces they pick up in the middle of the year. But the future looks bright. Love you guys. Love the show. Bye.
Nice.
Yeah, we all knew she was going when she said 17. We all knew where she was going. If you're a Miami Fusion fan and if you know One World, One Goal, you know where she was going with that. One thing she said about the uniforms, it's a lot of people don't like the collar and all that kind of stuff. I've seen reports or comments that it looks like a polo shirt. That's okay. I like polo shirts, right? I mean, it's the kind of shirt that I think looks good off the field. But more than anything, I thought that pink, it being a little bit brighter than what they used in, say, year one of anything, it looks great on the pitch. I thought it looked really, really good. So, kudos. Too. I mean, it looked sharp out there.
We're waiting for our jerseys from Kingsworth.
Yes.
They should be coming in soon, so we'll be sporting those pronto.
Exactly. So yeah, good thoughts. She loves Noah Allen. We do as well. He did great. And Miami Mac thinks that the kit was fire.
Yes, it
Pink
was.
looked great on TV too. Kata says, and One Girl says it looked fantastic on TV. My question is, One World, why aren't you going to the games?
Yeah, what's up with that? You know what? I liked how the stadium looked. There was a lot of pink, man. A lot of people were wearing pink. So we looked good, man. It was so exciting to be back. And I was there. I even hung out with the supporters for a little bit. When you left, I was like, no, I'm gonna hang out with the supporters and we need to go in there every so often, Peter Brown. You've lost that loving feeling, I think.
For the supporters group?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It used to be hardcore.
Yeah, maybe I have. Maybe I have. But you talked about, Ed, and I'm trying to bring this up while we're talking. You talked a little bit about the fans and how it looked good in pink, but
About that one player I think you're trying to talk about.
not player,
The man of the match?
not the man of the match.
Oh, okay.
Just this. Not so much of who looked. It's just the stadium looked kind of empty in the beginning of the game.
Well,
we could talk again about
know.
There's a parking situation. We could finish with that, but still, regardless, it did fill up a little bit more as the game went on. But there's so many empty seats in the stadium, and it really, I got to be honest, it bugged me. They say there was over 16,000 at the game, but man, that's obviously 16,000 sold because these people sitting in the West, for example, aren't coming. The supporters club is strong. Our section, the row in front of us was pretty empty. The row behind us was pretty empty. People next to us weren't there. It was
People
pretty
from
sparse.
last season that used to always yell about the goalkeeper. They weren't there. And I think it has a lot to do with the price went up. A lot of people didn't renew their season tickets.
But if 16,000, that just means it's 3,000 short of a sellout. So, but there was way less than 16,000 in seats. And so that bugs me to no end. But so I think this might be an ongoing conversation throughout the year as to trying to figure this out. But anyways, I pulled this. This is another picture I took at the beginning of the game, and I just you mentioned the crowd, so I just thought I'd show it.
Okay. Well,
all right, let's go to another voicemail.
It's time for your voicemail.
Hello?
So should I play that every time, Ed, or is it too much?
I don't know. The guys put in the comments, is Peter going crazy with that phone ringing thing?
I know, I like it. It's my new toy.
It's his new thing.
New
so
toy.
He's going crazy. But if it's too much, just tell him, Peter Wen's good enough.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And people are asking about Diop. So I've got a little,
we'll talk about him
a little video to play of Diop. Something he said, something that Ed was upset about. But let's listen to this voicemail.
Good evening,
And just warning you, it's a two-parter.
everybody, boys and girls and trolls.
And trolls.
It's, America's favorite uncle, Uncle Ned. And you know what we say?
What do we say?
Fam. Damn. Super damn. Oh, by the way, Italia, it's Uncle Ned. N-E-D, Ned. Not Eric, Ned. Ned, N-E-D. Anyway, I just wanted to say, I watched yesterday's game. It was a pretty good game. I'm not going to get up here and be long-winded. I just want to say shout out to my guys, though, Peter Brown, downtown Peter Brown, and my main homie, Uncle Ed, and the triumvirate of uncles and aunts in the room, Aunt Deb, Uncle Ted, Uncle Ed, and yours truly, Uncle Ned. Anyway, last night's game, I personally enjoyed last night's game. And Phil Neville was right. If this was played last year, we probably would have lost that game. Clement Diop stood on his head. I wish people would respect Clement Diop. I feel as though there's a little bit of slander out there on Clement Diop. This guy, he came over here knowing that he was going to be the backup goalkeeper. And I'm not saying that he's better than Marsman. I am saying that he's better than John McCarthy. I don't think John McCarthy would have had a performance yesterday the way Clement Diop had. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I am exactly wrong. Maybe I'm positively wrong. But how many man of the matches did John McCarthy got last year? John McCarthy, I think, started quite a few games at the beginning of the season because we no longer have Luis Robles, and we didn't acquire Marsman until, May, maybe June of last year? Okay? Maybe I'm wrong. But Clement he's totally deserving of that man of the match last year. And please, everybody, let's show some respect and put respect on that man's name, okay? We're not saying that he's going to be better than Marsman. I am saying that he's not that much off from Marsman. He had great control of yesterday's game, and he put in work. And as far as our defense is concerned, we actually did pretty good, man. These guys have never played together before, ever. The communication will get better. But what we've seen yesterday is raw talent. And speaking of defensive raw talent, we got to give our credit to Noah Allen. I don't know if his pops is watching tonight's show, but you got one hell of a son, man, and this guy's got an awesome future ahead of him. I've said before to the guys, Peter Brown and Uncle Ed, him.
All right, so he's got part 2 coming. But before we get to part 2, there was so much talk and so much chat. He talked a lot about Diop there. And Diop, I thought, was fantastic. Is he greater than McCarthy? I don't think so, but he had a great game. He saved us quite a few times. But I just
think he's better than McCarthy.
I think time.
Or did you think?
I think.
I thought you got confused with Marsman or something.
Marsman. I meant Marsman.
That's what I
meant Marsman. Because somebody put in here Diop greater than McCarthy, and so that's why I got McCarthy on the brain. Somebody else in the chat.
McCarthy's gone.
Somebody in the chat made the mistake, so I went along with the mistake. Oh, and Mr. Allen, Mr. Terry Allen is in the chat, and he's
All right, everyone say congrats to Terry Allen. Yes. God, it must be awesome, man, to be the dad of a soccer player, man. That's cool.
Ed. All right, before we get back to Ed, to Diop, that is, I always say that's my one failure as a parent. Is that I have 2 kids, and neither of them like soccer, played soccer, can tolerate soccer. So I always wanted one of my kids, at least one of them, to play, and neither of them had the interest, and I wasn't going to force it, So that is my one failure. So I do wonder what it feels like for Terry there to sit in the stands all proud.
Disinherit them.
Proud papa. No, I would not do that. Instead, I got a dancer, and my son's awesome, but he doesn't do sports. But anyways, so Ed, I wanted to bring this up. Okay, I've got this little video here that I'm going to pause here for a second because there was a scene, Ed, in near the end of the game, and I'm going to fast forward this a little bit. There was something at the end of the game that really irked you about Diop. And the game is 0-0. We're into extra time. The ball goes to Diop, and he just kind of holds it and takes his sweet time. And you were livid.
I was like, dude, kick it out there. One last try, But he held on to it.
All right.
Too long.
Let's listen to, and hopefully this does not get us No, I
don't think so. I think people put these stuff up on.
Yeah, no, it's the monetization. So it may get this video may get demonetized for this, but we'll play it anyways. So listen to this. Somebody asks him the question about Higuaín kind of being upset at him at that moment because you were not the only one that was upset, Ed.
So yeah, okay. Higuaín was with it.
So yeah, that's what.
No, Gonzalo is a winner, So for sure, he was probably frustrated that he didn't score because he's a big player. He want to score goals, and I understand that. So it was normal that you want to play quick. But I think at that point of the game, there is nothing wrong between him and me. It was, of course, he want to win, and me as a goalkeeper, it's 94th minute, it's 0-0. I'm not here to win the game anymore. I'm here to not lose it. We don't try to win game in stoppage time, So, because what do we look like if we play quick and we take a counter attack and a goal? Everybody will be like, why didn't I hold onto the ball when the game is finished? So there's no problem. Gonzalo is a big player and he wanted to score, and it's good that he react like that. It means he showed everybody that he want to win, and that's the most important thing.
What do you think about that, Ed? It is not my job to win the game at that point in the 94th minute. It is not my job to win the game. Is that what you want to hear from your keeper? I get it. I get what he's saying, but
yeah, dude. No, I don't agree with that. I think he I see what he's saying. Yes, we don't want to lose. We got the 1 point. But we need to win, man. He should have let go of that ball, given it to Higuaín, one last shot, And if they counterattack, defend. But I didn't think at that point. I think that was going to be the last play we were going to have. So,
and you hear where his mind was at is that if I kick the ball out there and then they score a goal, everybody's going to blame me. It sounds like he was more worried about getting the blame than winning the game. And we want to win the game. You got to
rhymed right now.
You want our stadium to be a fortress, right? So you've got to do whatever you can to win the game. And I don't know. I didn't like that. I did not like that in his press game conference.
He did get the man of the match. He had a great game.
Yeah.
Like everybody's
overall, he had a
talking about.
great game.
And he took a picture with my daughter too. He was really nice. Yeah, he was holding on to a ball, and I didn't understand until after when they said he was man of the match, and I saw the picture. I was like, oh, that's what he was holding when he took the picture. So I got a picture of my daughter and the grandkid, and he's holding on to the ball.
Esteban Dito, where is he? Here he says, I take Diop's point of view. There is a chance Inter Miami could have lost the game on a counterattack than to win it. So give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, it's Esteban's view, but I think I'm with Higuain on this one. I think we had another chance, and we should have taken it.
And at the end of the game, my favorite thing to do is watch Higuain after the game. Here's the thing. Higuain, I think, did a great job of controlling his emotions throughout the game. He did not do this. He was pretty cool. But after the game, he took his wristband, threw it on the ground, and was just pacing the field. Players would come up to him to try to, give him a hug, say something to him, and he did. He was polite, but he quickly got away from him as quickly as possible. He needed to be left alone. The only solace he had was when he went over to the sideline, found his family, hugged his family, and that's before that.
That's what cooled him down.
That is what cooled him down. Before that, he was livid. He was mad, and but I will hand it to him. He did look more like a leader. He was not,
yes.
Showing his frustration during the game. After the game, sure, he was frustrated, but not during the game. So Terry Allen makes an interesting point here. Keepers get bonuses for clean sheets. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even think about that.
Didn't think about that either.
He got a bonus off. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to risk my bonus. I need that money.
Ed, what do you think about this? I think this is Chris Menendez rubbing it in your face.
Oh, boy.
Campagna was nice to me. He took a picture with me and signed my jersey.
Yeah, I saw when that happened, too. But I thought he was cool till, after that. And I took a picture with a couple other people, and then he just kind of ignored me. I was like, dude.
Yeah.
What's up?
All right.
But, thanks for rubbing it in, Chris.
Let's go to part 2 of Uncle Ned.
All right, guys, I'm back. You couldn't get rid of me that quickly. But anyway, I just would love to see a back line and a defensive set with Ahmed Babika, Ian Frey, and Noah Allen. I just got to say, man, our academy is looking great, and we've got some young guys coming up through the pipeline that I'm really starting to feel really confident in, and I'm pretty sure you guys do too. And then lastly, our offense. Yeah, left some stuff to be desired. Yes, they left some sitters out there between Leo Campana and Higuain. I do believe in my heart of hearts that the offensive mishaps that you saw yesterday will be cleaned up over time. It may take a game or two, but I actually think Leo Campana has what it takes to be a number 9 with us. Sometimes you have those jitters being in your first game in a new league, in a new country. Let's cut Campana some slack, okay, guys? Anyway, thanks, guys, and I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. And once again, like, share, comment, and call in and support these guys and spread the word about Futbol Miami TV. Love you guys. Peace and blessings. Uncle Ned out. Peace.
All right. Thank you, Uncle Ned. Hey, Kata posted an interesting question here, and I have an answer to it, but I want to get your proper pronunciation, but I have an answer. Kata asks, why does Phil, some media, Steve Brenner, Ray say campana instead of campana. I am guilty of that as well. I think I flip-flop. I go back and forth. Which is the
campana.
proper... It's campana. And I'd say,
Campana.
Kata, why do people say it wrong? Because we don't know better. That's why. Us gringos or English people, don't know any better. That's why. Because quite often in a situation like that, with a Latin name, it would be ña.
Yeah, not in this case. Campana actually translates to bell. So
somebody needs to ring that bell and get a goal.
I was gonna say that, dude. You took that away from him. I was like, somebody needs to have that bell when he scores. Ring my bell. There's a song about the '70s song, isn't it? Ring my bell. Ring my bell. There you go.
Kata is saying, but Peter, there's no accent. Yeah, but Peter don't know Spanish, and Peter's a dummy. So
I'll agree with that. Peter's a dummy.
I don't know. So that's why. So, and as far as me, I say everybody's name wrong. A lot. I mean, I do that a lot. All right, we got one last voicemail here, and I think we've covered a lot of our thoughts in the game, gotten a lot of thoughts, but we got another voicemail here. Let's go with that.
Oh, hello, what's up? My name is Sean. I'm just calling in to, I got just some things to say about the first game. Even though it was a 0-0 draw, I thought the team played lights out despite the 0-0 draw. It kind of sucks that we didn't get any goals, but I'll take the 0-0 draw. It's only the season just started, so glad that MLS is back for that. And, but yeah, I agree with your title that Noah was a freaking badass. He was a beast. And who else was a beast though? DeAndre Yedlin. That guy he was a huge acquisition. DeAndre Yedlin was a goddamn stud out there, so it was great for us to pick him up. So yeah, it was a 0-0 draw. At least we didn't lose. Honestly, let me just say about that. As the game was going on, I was just having flashbacks of last year's home opener against the LA Galaxy, which we unfortunately lost. That game last year, we never should have lost that game. We should have drew, but so I kept having flashbacks of this game. But luckily, it only ended up being a 0-0 draw. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you don't want to play at home in your home opener with 0-0 draw, but it's better than a loss, right? So we'll take it. And
he mentioned Yedlin, and there's a picture. I saw Chris Arjun is in the chat room.
He had a great picture
for a little bit. Oh, dude, he had that one where he's it looks like he's Superman. He's flying up in the air.
Yeah,
that was really cool. So if you guys got to check that, Chris Arjun, he's on Facebook, and we got to put up his Twitter handle or something, but he's always putting out great pictures.
Yeah, he does. And Yedlin, think about this. Everybody's saying Yedlin was a beast. This is just his first game with the team. He's obviously done some preseason games. The more they gel, the more of a beast he should be, and the more confidence he gets with his team members, knowing where they're going to be, and things like that. I mean, it should just get better and better and better, I think.
I agree. Well, let's hope it does. Your buddy Breck Shea was also great on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
I like that. So I think we got some good promise. And what did Ted say? Robbie Rogers. Hopefully we'll be back soon.
Roger. You get that, Ed? You get that reference? Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, it's Star Wars. Yeah.
We haven't done it.
Which, by the way,
we haven't really talked it. We haven't talked it, guys.
Yeah, we're trying to stay away from all.
Give us a break.
Stuff.
Give us a break. Don't yell at us in the chat and in the comments. We talk too much Star Wars.
Oh, Chris Arjun just put his handle on his Instagram on the chat room. So if you can put that up, so people can check out those pictures.
@Brit_pics.
There you go, Brit Pics. Awesome stuff. So yeah, Peter. So
One World thought I said Roger Rabbit.
Oh, good Lord.
I do a pretty good Roger Rabbit. I do a pretty good Roger Rabbit, Ed.
Yeah.
I bet nobody knew that. That's one of my favorite movies. Anyways, hey, let's finish the show just real quick. I thought we might go longer on this, but this is a real issue. So I think overall, the game was great. It was a lot of fun. They're heading up to Austin. You're going to go see him in Austin. Austin, played well in their game. I didn't finish the game. I watched half of it, and what was it, 2-0 or 3-0 over Cincinnati? But then again, it's Cincinnati, so it won't.
No, I think it was 4-0.
Oh, is that what it?
4-0.
Well, I only watched half the game.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching it before this, so
Right.
so it's not going to be a cakewalk, but you know, so we're excited. It'll be fun, and but there were some issues, Ed, that I just feel like, you know, need to, because I'm reading a lot of like, so in the morning when I create the thumbnail, I create the show placeholder basically, and then what I do basically every Sunday is I go to social media and I just kind of see what everybody's talking about. So I want to, like, is there anything that we should cover or something like that? And one thing I saw over and over again were people complaining, commenting about the parking situation at the stadium. So they decided to change things up at the stadium, and you know, I don't think the change as far as people where they come in and out of is such a big deal, but you know, this is the stadium, this is the parking lot, yellow parking lot. That's where I choose to park. That's people call the Dust Bowl or whatever. Before, you had to come up here on Commercial Boulevard, then you would turn left and get right into the lot. I think they're trying to keep people off of Commercial Boulevard. It is a busy road. Instead, they had people coming in off of Cypress Creek and then coming down. So no big deal. That's not that big a deal. And then coming down here. Or coming down and then heading into the green lots or blue lots. The issue, Ed, was that not so much, I don't think, the fact that they did the reroute. It looks like they either did one of two things. They either oversold the blue and green lot, and the blue and green lot this year is solely for season ticket holders. So it's only available to season ticket holders that chose to pay for it all in advance. Right, so it's not even available to us if we want to just buy 1 week, one game. You got to buy the entire package, which was $500 and something, and you can get parked there for the entire year, and you're covered. A lot of people did it. They like that lot. It's close. It's convenient. It's not a dust bowl, what have you. So people apparently got to the game. Those of you, and I think you parked in the blue or green lot, didn't you, Ed?
Yeah, I parked in the blue. Yeah, one of our listeners, one of the guys that was Southern Legion as well. He said, "I'm not going to go to the game. You want parking?" I was like, "Oh yeah."
So you had no problems getting in. You had no problems getting in.
It was easy peasy.
Now, granted, Ed got there like 2-3 hours before the game because you were there to party with this La Familia.
Oh, I sure did.
Most people are trying to get to the game probably like 30 minutes early, and that's about it.
Peter.
Nah, what's that? Oh, like
kind of like Peter.
No, look, I was there an hour and a half early. Okay, maybe the last 30 minutes of the tailgate, but I was there an hour and a half early. But those people that got there a little later, what they found out is, let's say they get there 30 minutes, 40 minutes before the game, they feel like that should be enough time to zip into the parking lot and just go watch the game. They were turned away from the parking lot. These are people that already paid for that parking, and they were turned away. They were redirected to the yellow lot. Now, they did get to park, but they were redirected to the yellow lot. They paid more money for the nicer lot, but they were sent to the Dust Bowl, right?
Ouch.
They were really pissed. So some people are thinking the team oversold it. Or what it sounds like after reading more and more comments is what may have actually happened is that the people that were checking when you go into park, they really weren't checking. They weren't scanning your Park Mobile QR code. So or whatever code that was. So they weren't scanning it. And they didn't scan mine either. They just looked at it. So if, for example, I had a picture of yours, Ed, and I tried to just sneak in, I could have done it. And it sounds like that's what people are thinking, that happened because they weren't checking as much as they should. It was either that or they oversold it. And if they oversold it, that's a mistake big time on the team, that they sold more tickets, more spots than they have. People are livid. People are pissed off. In a year that they raised ticket prices, that scared away some season ticket holders, and those people that chose to stick around and support the team, then they pay $500 and something to park and then are turned away. You're not going to have a season ticket holder for much longer.
Yeah.
They've got to resolve this issue. And so parking that's all I kept reading about is parking. People so pissed off about the parking. And there's plenty of parking there. The green and blue lots are small. But the yellow lot is huge. So so they got to get that resolved quickly. But that wasn't the only issue. People got into the stadium, and this happened to me as well, Ed. People got into the stadium. They want to order like food or something. They were out of hot dogs in certain places. People wanted to get some. Just now, this sounds maybe like. It's totally first world problems. But those of us La Familia people that went to that tailgate got a wristband, right? A wristband that said, when you get into the stadium before the game starts or up to the 70th minute, La Familia can get like a Miller Lite for like $5 off, right? So there was a beer discount. So there was only available at one of 3 different little booth areas, right? So I choose the one in the middle. It's got the shortest line. Go up there, wait in line, wait a few minutes. They tell me they don't have any, but the other booth does. I said, all right, fine. I'll go to the other booth. Go to the other booth. Longer line now. I wait in the line, good 10 minutes or something, and I get to the front. Oh, we don't have that beer. Terrible. So the team had a promotion, but they didn't actually have the product that they were promising in this promotion.
Right.
I mean,
Ouch.
It's not the end of the world. I can afford a beer, so I bought just some regular beers. But it's a letdown.
I bought Heineken's. Yeah,
right.
I bought Heineken's too because you already told me about that, so I was like, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm just going to go.
And this is before the game. You're telling me before the game you've already run out of the promotional beer? Do you not know how much supporters drink? Come on.
A lot. You're going to make money just because they're going to keep filling up those cups.
And this wasn't just a supporter problem, maybe so much with the Miller Lite, but I read that other food locations on the west side, if you're sitting in, that West End club, I think you get free food. And they said the food quality dropped drastically. They said it was not good. Wow. I don't know what it was. I'm just going by tweets and Facebook messages I saw.
Right.
So it was. You've got a lot of livid, really fans. So, anyways, it's not the end of the world. It didn't ruin my night. I had a blast. My nephew who went with me had a blast. But this is the type of thing that can turn people off. If they don't have a Miller Lite, it's not turning me off. I'm still gonna go. I'll buy my full price beer. But I'm also that sucker that I'm gonna go no matter what. They raise the price, I'm going to find a way to pay for it.
Yeah,
right?
Me too.
They charge me $30 to park.
Still
$30 to park, I think, is a ripoff, but I'll pay for it. Because I am that guy that says, I've been waiting for this team for so many years. I will do whatever it takes to support them. But you and I are not the everyday fan. There's so many people. I saw a situation, and this was interesting. This is probably just normal, but I saw a situation where when La Familia was coming through the gates, at gate number 2, I had to wait for my nephew to go get something, put something in the car. So I'm pulled off to the side waiting. La Familia is coming in. There's a guy with 2 elderly people. So they're now, because of the age, they're somewhat handicapped, right? And he wanted to be let in. People told him, you got to wait till La Familia comes through. And he just starts yelling out, oh, so supporters are more important than the ADA, right?
Oh,
supporters are more important than the handicap.
Oh, wow.
And he was making a big show out of it. So there's another person that's upset. There was a lot of upset people in the stadium. Another thing I heard about was that, people complain, and I did notice this before, there are no ushers. There's no ushers. Yeah. I've never been to a stadium where there are no ushers. And so apparently it's a problem where people are sitting in your seats and you have to kick them out of your seat. That hasn't happened to us, but apparently that is another issue. So you've got stadium problem issues as well.
Wow.
Anyways.
Wow. But you've done enough complaining.
But look, I just wanted to bring it up because I think I try to be as positive as I can, but we'll call it the way we see it. And I do know that some of the team watches this. And so if they weren't aware of the problem, maybe they're hearing about it right now. Maybe you guys can take a screen grab of this and send it to them. But there's a lot of upset people, and you've got to take care of those people. You raise the prices on them, and you lower the quality of the amenities.
So that's not good. But
all right, Ed. Bring us back. Bring us back.
Let's bring the positives. I think this team's looking good. I think we got to go to Austin and try to get those 3 points. I'm going to Austin, so to expect some videos, guys. I'm gonna try to do something live for me on the way in to the stadium, just so you can check out the stadium on the outside and inside if they let me. And then I'll do a trip video, and then of course on Sunday I'm probably gonna have to do it remotely, Peter Brown.
Yeah, I assumed you just.
I'm gonna be over there.
I assumed I'd be doing the show solo. So if you could get in,
try to do it remotely.
If you can get in, that'll be great. If not, you guys will be with me. So we'll see. We'll hopefully Ed can come in from. But I'm also concerned, Ed, because we do our show like what? It'll be an hour. 6 p.m. over there. It'll be an hour after the game is when we do our show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. It's on a Sunday, right? The game?
The game's on a Sunday. You're going to be. You are not going to be in any frame of mind to be on the show. I don't think you're going to be.
Maybe I'll show up for a little bit. Yeah, I'll probably be nice and happy. So
having an Uncle Ed pop in would be great. I would not expect you to kind of do the whole show. It's gonna be you're gonna have a lot going on around you, and you may be a little toasty. So yeah, the game is on Sunday. So our show's gonna be like right after the game, basically. So we'll have fresh thoughts.
Oh yeah, and
all right, everybody.
We're probably gonna be nice and have me a couple beers too.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Yeah. Here Kata says, I need a drunk Chi-Chi.
Oh boy, yep.
Yeah.
Peter, you need to pick the winner of this week.
I do.
It's your turn. By the way, we got to tell Troy, if you're listening, if you're watching us, send us a message. You won last week, and now Peter Brown gets to pick our winner from the chat room.
I'm trying not to pick favorites. What you guys don't see is I'm sitting here right now just scrolling up and down the entire chat. Just scrolling.
Just do one of those scrolling things. Just close your eye.
Scrolling.
There you go. Just point.
Kata. It's Kata.
Oh. All right. He said he wanted a drunk Chi-Chi. He'll probably see it.
It's funny.
Chi-Chi's my nickname, by the way.
Yeah. So Kata, $20 gift card coming your way. Reach out to us. A gift card from Caneswear. So reach out to us on social media so we can get your email address, and we will get that to you. It's the store will send it out to you. But get us your email and we'll get it to you. So reach out to us, DM us or whatever on @Futbol Miami TV on any of the social medias.
All right,
everybody.
Brown.
13 minutes late. I know some of you guys are always asking for us to go long, so we did. So much to talk about. Could have gone on and on and on. I could have gone on more about the problems in the stadium because Ed, there's another problem in that stadium that we do need to talk about, and we talk about it every week. There's a mysterious rope hanging down, and next home game, if it's still there, I'm going to have a picture of it, and we're going to talk about this stinking rope hanging from the...
It kind of gets in the way of our view.
It's not even that. I just don't get it. So anyways, let's talk about some more stadium issues maybe in the next game, but this one's more funny. So anyways, thanks everybody for watching, and as Uncle Ned said, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends. We're giving gift cards away for the next few weeks. So tune in live so you also can go shopping at Caneswear and get some good stuff. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.